No, I'm talking about the times where you like foretold the future without
having a crystal ball.
Yes, without yes, without having a crystal ball.
She's
she's so good.
I'm serious. Does she need a crystal ball for this?
No, seriously, there have been multiple instances where you have known, like, said things without being able to possibly have any idea what was going to happen.
I don't understand.
Okay, so let me tell you the one of the big ones. When you were like 2.
2?
Yes. Yes, 2. We were getting a van. And we were able to pick out like it was a wheelchair accessible van. And we were able to pick out like if we wanted manual or power wheelchair ramp, if we wanted manual or power windows, what color it was going to be, like all of that stuff. We were able to pick those things, right? And you didn't know that. That was between me and the company that I was working with for the van. But when we found out, because we were like awarded this van, when we found out that we received this award, I told you about it, you know, like hey, guess what? This is so exciting. We're going to get a wheelchair van. Your power chair is going to be able to go in it. And I asked you, like, actually, I don't even know if I asked you. I feel like you woke up from a nap or something and you told me that the van was going to be blue. Now, I never would have picked a blue van. It's not my thing. I like black. Like silver. I'm kind of like a plain Jane when it comes to vehicles. I don't like, you know,
you don't want to be a target for cops when...
I just don't really like colors on vehicles typically. I like black. I like black vehicles. I try to go black all around. And that was my intention, to get a black van. But when we went to the dealership to pick out what type of details we wanted, I had decided that I wanted a manual ramp instead of a power ramp because there's less chance of less parts to have to be fixed. And all the different details, whatever they were. And he like triangulated between the dealerships, like what was available. And the only van that met the criteria that I was looking for was blue. And so that's always been a thing. It is. It's like an AMC blue. But the thing is, like, there's probably more interesting detail that I can't recall now because it's been years. But it was always a thing in our family where we were like, how did she foresee? How did she pick that, right? And people say, well, that's just a coincidence, right? She just said blue. What do you think about that?
Well, if we were getting a van now and it was the same van that we have now, and I said blue, I would have been thinking maybe I would do blue as an AMC blue because then that would be...
Yeah. Okay, so maybe that's why you said blue, and maybe that makes sense. But it happened again with Gemelli. So do you remember? So this is the deal with the service dog. When you apply to get a service dog, they approve you. They say, yes, you qualify for a service dog. And they put you into the queue for a service dog. But they don't tell you what dog you're going to get until right before you get the dog. In fact, the organization doesn't even decide until right before you get the dog. So they decided that we were going to get Gemelli in January of 2023. January. So we had a big event here on Facebook. We did a video, I think Facebook and YouTube, and we announced like the gender and the type of dog and the color and all those things. Like once we found out, that was in January of 2023. That was after they made the decision of what dog we were going to get. Until then, they're just a bunch of puppies and a bunch of different litters, and they're just doing their typical process of raising them and teaching them, right? So way back, we go way back to, what's the date on this? This was December of 2021. In December of 2021, which was just maybe 20 days after Gemelli was even born. So no one had any idea that this dog was going to be yours. We did a live where we announced our engagement. You remember that? And the way that we did that live, I'm talking about Daddy and I announced our engagement, right? The way that we did that live is we did a surprise, like, hey, everybody, guess what these two are drawing together. And you guys sat there throughout the live and you drew a picture. And then at the end, you showed the picture, and then we revealed the surprise that we were engaged to be married. Okay? You drew in that picture, you decided because you knew that by the time, here's the deal. We didn't plan at that point when we were engaged on getting married until the next year, right? Our intention when we got engaged was to wait and have a wedding and get married like the following year. And so Anna knew timeline-wise that she was going to have her service dog by the time we would have this wedding. And so she decided to draw her service dog in this picture without having any idea anything about the dog, because the dog was only 20 days old, and, you know, the organization didn't even know it was going to be Anna's dog. So this is the picture that they drew.
Ready for guesses? We ready to reveal it?
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
Aaron drew himself. Anna drew me and herself and the service dog carrying the flower basket. So that in and of itself, we always thought was pretty weird. And we didn't even realize it until after we got Gemelli, because again, we didn't know until January of 2023 that we were getting a black golden retriever.
Right. I mean,
well, golden lab mix, but she's mostly golden retriever. She's 3/4 golden retriever.
Yeah.
So we had no idea that we were getting this dog until January 2023. They drew this picture back in December of 2021. So it was just kind of weird. It's like, wow, can you believe that? But here's where it gets really weird.
Yeah, it gets stranger.
Even more strange. Today, one of our followers, Patty, left me a comment on a video. Deanna says, manifesting works. It's possible that's what it was. Maybe she made up her mind that's what she wanted. But today, I was apprised of a video even older than this. A video from way back before Gemelli was even born. A video from when we had first raised the money for the dog. And at that point, she wasn't even, conceived of. This video, over 2 years ago. And we're back in Michigan, of course, because Aaron wasn't even a part of the family at this point. This was in, where's the date? Let me see if I can find the date here. Oh, come on. Oh, here we go. January 10th of 2021. Okay, so we were talking at that point. We were friends. We had been talking for like a little over half a year. But you weren't in Michigan. You weren't part of the family. So this is a long time ago. So January 2021. Listen to this. So guess what?
What?
I have some good news to share. So you know how we raised all that money for service dog, right? And we had to wait for them to like process the money to make sure that your goal was met. And it took them a few weeks to do that. So they're done. They've processed the money. So they said, yes, you met your goal for your service dog. We have all the money. And yesterday they emailed us with your class that you're going to be in, your training class. So everybody, what happens is once the goal is met, then they assign you to the next training class that they have space in. And the training class is when we go down there for, I think it's 10 days or 12 days. And we stay down there with, we see the dog and get the dog and work with the dog and learn how we're going to continue, maintenance on the training at home and everything.
What class is it?
You got assigned to class 5 of 2023. So that's approximately, it could change. It could push back further, but it also could move up closer. I think they had to make their classes smaller because of coronavirus. And so if that threat goes away at some point over the next couple of years, they may be able to put more people back in classes again, and maybe that will accelerate the process. But roughly class 5 would be like the 5th month of the year. So be around like May 2023. You get your service dog. You'll be 7, right? You're going to turn 6 in 2021. And you're going to turn 7 in 2022. So you'll be like 7.5, which is right when we pretty much expected.
Baby, I remember. You were right.
What?
I was going to get my service dog. I was going to have my service dog when we go to Disney.
Yeah, well, we were going to go to Disney for your 7th birthday. So you might not have it for Disney if we go to Disney for your birthday in November. It depends on when in that year of age 7 we go. So you might not have your dog yet for Disney. But that's okay if we don't have the dog for Disney.
Well, we could, if I don't have the dog, when I'm 7, I might have the dog for like when I'm 7.5.
Yeah, I think you're gonna.
So we could go to Disney at 7.5, so the dog could see Disney too.
Maybe. I think what's gonna happen probably is we'll go to Disney for your 7th birthday, and then you'll get your dog right after that. You excited? What kind of dog do you want? What are you hoping for? Like, what do you want to... They do labs and golden retrievers. And do you have a golden retriever? Do you have a particular, like, color, kind of?
Yep.
They're usually pretty golden, since they're golden retrievers.
My pick of what color I want is black.
Black? A black golden retriever? I don't know if I've ever seen a black golden retriever. Do you have a preference for male or female?
I don't know if I've ever seen a black golden retriever.
No, I've never seen one. Even in all my travels with dogs, I've never seen a black golden retriever.
What?
All of my travels with dogs, never seen a black golden retriever.
There's one right there.
Yeah. Because you created it.
What was it saying? Gendered?
Yeah, I didn't finish. Yep, sorry. Let me go back. One more little.
It's black.
Black? A black golden retriever? I don't know if I've ever seen a black golden retriever. Do you have a preference for male or female?
Yes, female.
Female?
There you go.
So you got exactly what you wished for.
A black golden retriever female.
And in 2 instances before we even knew what dog we were getting, you totally manifested her.
You intended for her to be.
Isn't that crazy?
You put those energies in that direction and see what happens.
So yesterday we were talking about manifesting. What were we talking about when I said that to her? I told her.
One more thing.
Hold on.
It was with the voice or the audition, right?
Yeah, I think we were talking about your audition, your voiceover audition you have to do today, and I told you to like manifest, or plan for it, and it'll happen. And what did you say to me? You said,
"Isn't that a recipe for disappointment?"
Yeah, you said it's not a recipe for disappointment. And look,
see,
I said right. I told you not always. So never be afraid to
you can help make it go in that direction.
Put the energy out there and say what you want, right?
Ask and you shall receive.
Yeah, there was one more thing.
What's that?
How did he know?
Who?
Daddy.
How did he know what?
When he drew the Anna Meets Dog, January 2023 shirt.
Well, the way that I drew that, it was a golden retriever. I just thought it would be a golden retriever. And then if you
With a
flipped
big
it.
floofy tail.
Well, that,
Yeah, he did draw her tail pretty accurate. But I think that's just Daddy's
And
experience with
floof
dogs.
On the back of her legs.
Lisa says 4 paws for ability, watched and took notes. I don't think so. In
We're
fact,
gonna give her a black golden retriever.
Abby was her second trainer, and she said that Abby, okay, so Abby was Jameli's second trainer, and they don't make the decision until the third trainer. But Abby knew that Anna was a candidate, and she was watching our social media last year on Christmas when this is another weird thing that happened with Jameli. We have family colors. Like we each have a color assigned to us that we decided upon when Aaron joined the family. Anna is pink, Aaron is blue, I'm green. It's kind of like our favorite colors, right? And so when we were doing our tree last year, our family tree, we were hanging our family chain that has our family colors on it. We were like, what family color is the service dog going to be? Like, we need to pick a color for the service dog. And as a family unit, we decided upon purple. And Abby, who was watching at that moment but had no idea that Jameli was going to be Anna's dog, but was hoping, said she knew in that moment that Jameli was probably going to be Anna's dog because she had already assigned the color purple to Jameli. Jameli had purple collar, purple things, purple leash. Like, that was Jameli's color. So she said, I knew in that moment, even though it hadn't been decided by 4 paws, that Jameli was going to be her dog.
Purple. I should have a gem that's purple, and I could put it in a little glass box and by Jameli's bed. Purple gem.
I think this just again proves that some things are just really meant to be, and everything happens for a reason. And never be afraid to put your intentions and your goals and your wishes and your hopes and dreams out there. Yep. And believe in them before they're an actual thing, because
never underestimate the power of intention.
Yes. All right, well, we have to go. Anna has 2 biology classes in a row today. Her regular garden biology, and then she's taking a class about mushrooms and the mycorrhizal network. Look at that joy on that face.
That's deep.
So we will catch up with you guys tomorrow. Not tomorrow, sorry, later today. Have a good day. Bye.
Bye.